What is going on? Another Aboriginal sports knowledge video here, uncut. We're gonna be breaking down, man. Is the demise of the Aboriginal quarterback coming soon in the NFL? You see the guys on the screen, guys like Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Patty Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. Man, I think this is a cool subject in YG, man. Hey, man.
Yeah. Aboriginal quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, the history is deep. You know, you talk about Doug Williams, you talk about guys like Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham, Warren Moon. And then you got the guys of today, you know, some of the guys you see on the screen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, a Super Bowl winner, Patrick Mahomes, a Super Bowl winner, Kyler Murray and Jaden Daniels, young and up and coming players, but can't stay on the field. So there's a lot of factors here and a lot of different ways we can talk about this, but it's hard out there for a brother, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, man. It's it's hard. It's hard, man.
You can't get in where you fit in, huh? Man, we're gonna be talking about that and much more right here on Aboriginal Sports Knowledge, man, uncut. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
They just barely get it off. Hurts steps up. Trying to find a spark. Too close and it's intercepted. Take away from Indianapolis McLeod.
You see it right there on your screen. Sports Knowledge Uncut. The demise of the Aboriginal quarterback, man. Is it time for them to be shipped out? Is that era gone? See what you thinking, YG. What you think about it, man?
It's tough. Because it's been a bad year. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't looked good for a lot of these guys. We can go down the list. Patrick Mahomes hurt, season in the injury. Lamar Jackson, I don't think they ain't gonna make the playoffs. Jaden Daniels, he's been hurt. Kyler Murray hurt. Justin Fields, man, it's been rough out there for that brother.
Man, it's been rough with the other brother. That
CJ Stroud has been up and down. Jalen Hurts, Man, we all know what Jalen Hurts is, man.
Facts.
You know, it's been rough, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of all the quarterbacks, man, there's a surprising name that has emerged as the king of the 2025 Aboriginal quarterbacks. Success wise. And that's Caleb Williams.
Our quarterback, number 18, Caleb Williams.
Yep.
He's the one guy that has, so out of all the, I gave you Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. He's out the playoffs, although having a good year. Didn't mention Bryce Young. Bryce Young is having a good season as well. We'll see what the Panthers do. But that's it, man. That's it. Jaden Daniels hurt. Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Cheeks.
Oh, man.
Russell Wilson, bench.
Man.
Tyrod Taylor. I mean, it's Tyrod Taylor. Then you got the young guy, Sador Sanders. I mean, he's on the Browns. Although looking decent, he's on the Browns. Poor Cam Ward.
Man, that's what I was thinking. Poor Cam Ward, bro.
What do you say, man, on that Tennessee Titans team chasing the number one pick? So, that's what I mean. It's been rough, bro. It's been rough for these dudes. You know what I mean? Now I don't know to say that it's the end, but they do like to paint narratives.
Yeah.
And the narrative might be that these guys can't get it done. Now that's a tough narrative to paint, given that the Eagles are the reigning Super Bowl champs with Jalen Hurts. But when you look at investing and drafting a quarterback, it might be teams start to look to, they start to go back to the old days and the safer metrics, which is the pocket quarterback.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these guys stay hurt.
Suffered some type of an injury on this play. We have Teddy Bridgewater in the game right now. Tunga Vailoa, oh boy, getting up. Oh my goodness, that's an awful, awful sight to see. They will take him to the sideline immediately.
High investments and not getting it done, not only high, but high draft picks too. So, now that's one angle to look at it. But what are your thoughts? Because we're gonna get into some other things.
Yeah, but as far as that aspect of painting a narrative for the whole conglomerate of the Aboriginal quarterback in the league, yeah, I could see them painting, even though Jalen Hurts and them won the Super Bowl lastly. But when you look at that team, the narrative that they are pushing, which is pretty much true, is that this dude is just surrounded by a bunch of talent. And when it comes down to it, if it's on him, they won't be able to do it. Like in previous playoff years before, the playoff year before they got A.J. Brown. That playoff game, they got punished because the game was on Jalen Hurts.
So now 3rd and 6. Hurts
David at his feet in the end zone. The ball came out, but they are going to see if he was down. Anthony Nelson was on his back. Is this a safety?
Intentional grounding, also number one. The foul occurred in the end zone. It resulted in a safety.
And when they lost to the Buccaneers the year prior, winning the Super Bowl again. You know, they got crushed when it was on him, but shit. You give him Saquon Barkley now, and man, good Lord, what more do you need? So yeah, they definitely can paint that narrative. Patrick Mahomes is going down, getting older. Kelsey and them going to retire. Who knows how long Andy Reid's going to continue to coach? So that could be his downfall. Washington, that's just enough said. They kill all their quarterbacks.
Man, oof.
Black or white, it don't matter. They just kill their quarterback.
Don't matter if it's black or white.
Man, they don't give a damn about their over there, bro. Like,
yeah.
Kyler Murray stays hurt too much. Lamar Jackson is always something catastrophic that happens to them in big games. I don't understand it. Just like this Patriots game, the last game they played.
Week 18, but it might not be significant if the Ravens don't rally. Huntley looking. Flowers. The best man said, chase down, knocked out. Patriots recover. It was Caleb on Chason, who came from behind and forced the fumble. Game is not over. Ravens have all three timeouts.
Covered by the defense. Push down, New England.
They can still get the ball back with about a minute 25 left.
Never, ever gave up on this play. He's going to go all the way around and doesn't hesitate for 1 second. The minute that ball is thrown, he turns and sprints down the field. Watch him punch this thing out to almost win the game for the New England Patriots. Just spectacular. And I'll bet you that one goes on the Hall of Fame reel right there as far as Mike Vrabel's concerned.
Like, man, it's always something, bro, but you got it.
Nah, I mean, you're right, bro. But look, check it out. Jalen Hurts, I mean, he's won a Super Bowl. You know, Patrick Mahomes has won
three.
All right. So we talking 4 Super Bowls, you know, just in recent NFL history between Aboriginal quarterbacks. Or, you know what? Say what you want about Patrick Mahomes. He does have he's Aboriginal partly, so but nevertheless, that being said, I think that was the peak. And this is why, you know, we're doing this, because I think it's peaked. And I think the NFL is coming around for a change. Now, it's not to make it about black or white, but it is to make it about a certain style of a quarterback that is not sustainable in the NFL, that NFL owners are investing high dollar in. Now, there's a narrative going on in New York about a quarterback that doesn't even fit the narrative that we're talking about today. But still, the style of play is why people are talking about it. Now, and that's what I think it's about here.
Yep.
You know, that's what I think it's about here. You think about the quarterbacks. Now, you got the Rams, they got Matthew Stafford. He's, traditional quarterback, more so less. Jared Goff in Detroit. You don't really see Justin Herbert. Like, some of these quarterbacks are starting to play more pocket quarterback. Although they do use their legs, they use it more in, let's say, like a Aaron Rodgers, Steve Young style. You know what I'm saying? And that's the style that's not some of these guys that we're talking about that are either playing hero ball or just basically dude threat quarterbacks that, run pass. So I think that part of it is another angle that we could look at this thing, and it's just the phase out of the style of play in the position. But go ahead.
That's a fact. That's how I'm looking at it as well. Like, it's starting to become stale. They can't market that the way they used to be able to do it, like with Michael Vick, because he was unique. He was one of the only ones doing it in that style. But now every quarterback is trying to do that style. And it's starting to affect the guys that they will want to have established as pocket passers, like an Arch Manning. It's done oozed on to him. The Mannings don't want you playing like Mahomes and them out there, bro. They want their grandson to play football. What they consider or what they call football. Get your ass in that pocket, move your feet, hit the target. Why is you running backwards and running around and try to loop around people? Man, they like, son, what are you doing? Yeah, he got to go back to school. He ain't ready.
That's why he's going back to school.
Yeah. You think Archie and them finna let him come out playing like he was at Texas this year? Hell no. Now, he came on towards the end of the year. He started balling a little bit. I'm like, okay. They finna get him ready. They finna put him through Manning camp. And I'm like, no. You're not gonna go out there like a Kyler Murray, run around like a chicken with your head cut off. We don't play that style. That's why a lot of the quarterbacks that's playing that style, they have losing situations.
Yeah.
That's how you phase them out. You mean to tell me the Ravens might be below 500 this season? The Ravens? All that talent they got over there?
Man, bro, come on, man.
You just drop a pass at inopportune times all the time. Oh, somebody just fumbles at an inopportune time all the time.
Down by 4, hand up. And he gets it punched out. It's recovered by DJ Reed. Knocked out on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. And it's yet another fumble for Derrick Henry. Hutchinson knocked it out. And that's one fumble per game by Derrick Henry, and it was Aiden Hutchinson right there. He knocked it out of the left arm of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he was up the field. He was taking care of Lamar Jackson, and so he gets up the field, but he just continues to play. And so he works back, pure effort. And once he peels back, Henry doesn't know that he's pursuing the football, and then is able to punch it out.
It was a crushing fumble that he had in week.
Come on, man.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. All right. So let's do the people some. Let's do the people a solid here, and we're gonna do the research. Okay, so NYG got y'all. Go ahead and flip to my screen real quick. And we're gonna start with the playoffs. All right. So now check it out. Broncos and Seahawks, the 2 number 1 seeds in the NFL this year, followed by the Patriots and Bears. But let's start with the Broncos. Let's start with Bo Nix.
Yep.
Looking at Bo Nix, he's got 265 rushing yards this year, according to StatMuse, but only on 66 attempts. So, Bo Nix is not out there running around like that. He's playing pocket quarterback over there in Sean Payton's system, and what they like to do with the Broncos. They have been successful. Now, what about Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold is not running around nowhere at all. He's not even on the list. I'm just looking at the top 20 rushers for this year in the NFL. Bo Nix is 14th. But again, the attempts aren't there. 66 attempts. You know what I'm saying? You comparing that to somebody like Drake May, who's ran 95 times. You see what I mean? Now, check this out.
I think Drake May will have more, but he only got 95? Okay.
Right. But what do they do in New England? See, the thing of it is, we said this. It's going to go back to the running back.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to put a large emphasis on these quarterbacks, you know, having that type of capability, as in not being able to stay in the pocket. You seen Justin Fields struggle with this.
Mm-hmm. Mightily.
And that's an example. That's an example though to go by. So if you want me to kind of clarify on that, because it's not about them running, it's about, can you stay in the pocket and make plays? And a lot of these dudes, that's not how they play.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? So some of these dudes can do both, like a Drake May, you know, able to make plays in and out the pocket. But a lot of guys that try, a lot of them get hurt. That's the next factor in this whole thing, bro. The injury factor.
Mm-hmm.
But before I move on to that, looking at this list of playoff teams, and we looking at some of the quarterbacks here, you know, I want you to think about something for a second. And is it the quarterbacks, or is it the systems that these teams are running that's successful in the NFL that's at the top of this list? And I think the NFL and some of these teams are going to start to realize that they don't really need to feed into the quarterback narrative if they build the right type of team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you want to elaborate, just look at the list of the teams. The Broncos, that's a system that they run with Bo Nix. Sam Darnold, a system that they run with Seattle. Drake May, it's a system, and he can make plays within that system. He's that talented. The Chicago Bears, a brand new system Ben Johnson brought over there. And Caleb Williams, when he does do right, can make plays in that system. Trevor Lawrence, the new system that they brought over there, he's cooking with it. He's actually cooking with it. Jalen Hurts, is all the system.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers, Justin Herbert system. Jim Harbaugh brought over a new system. He's not wild anymore. He's not trying to be like how Kyler Murray and them make plays on the run and stuff. No, he's a system. Brock Purdy, it's the system. Now here's the outlier. Josh Allen with the Bills.
Inclement and give up a lot of field position.
Put it in Allen's hands. Ask him to make something happen. He scrambles. Nobody open. Backs up. Heaves. End zone. He threaded it through there for a touchdown to Shakir. How in the world did he get it through?
About as well as the position can be played. There is a flag down, but again, this is just scramble drill. Wow. Stay in the vision of your quarterback, and it's incredible. He knows when to put the cape on. It doesn't have to be every play, but when they need him, he's there.
Josh Allen is the system.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you go down, I think that's the Rams. That's a
But
system
yeah,
with them.
Josh Allen in the Rams, with Matthew Stafford, Matthew Stafford is not, what I'm saying? He's in Sean McVay's system, but with Josh Allen, he does play that hero style ball. But you got to think, with Josh Allen, as good as he is, he hasn't won.
Yep.
So that's the point. And you sitting at 6. And you got Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, and Bo Nix in spots ahead of you. None of them is named Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson.
Right.
So you see what I mean? That's Josh Allen's problem. And that's the whole point about this. I think a lot of these Aboriginal quarterbacks fit into that Josh Allen style, but ain't good as Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or but they moving like that. And them moving like that isn't leading to success for their team. So you know what the team's going to do? They're going to start to move in other directions. And that's the point we trying to make here.
You got to look at these quarterbacks like energy, bro, how they energy is on the field. That's how you can read what type of quarterback they're going by. Like Jackson Dart.
It is.
Our right, his left.
So for the moment, he's down, which means, of course, Russell Wilson will come in, at least for the next play. And who knows how much.
He is in that mode. He's in that energy of that type quarterback, Josh Allen, per se. And the New York Giants fan base, they got what they wanted. Now you don't want what you got. It's just like them to be a step too late, right?
Yeah, right.
If you wanted that style of quarterback, you should have got that 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
6, 7 years ago when it was coming through. You saw Lamar Jackson and how they was drafting Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. You saw how it was going. Why didn't you get you one? Dumb. But that's it, man. I think it's the play style. They gotta get rid of that play style, bro. You're gonna start seeing less and less RPO. You're gonna see more under center. Y'all boys gonna have to learn to play action.
Rushing attempts, man. You got Josh Allen with 105 rushing attempts in the season, leading the NFL. Jalen Hurts is second. Drake May is third. Justin Herbert, Jackson Dart, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix. See, Caleb Williams and Bo Nix not really running that much as some of these other guys.
It's the system.
And they're the ones in the top of the conference now. Your outliers, Drake May, and of course Hurts. But we know Hurts is carried by that team.
Mm-hmm. And you got to think you got to put in
that too.
You got to put in all his what do you call that dumbass play?
Touch push.
Yeah, the touch push. You got to count all those. They're counting those rushes.
Yeah. So there's a lot of and I'm gonna show you guys this this graphic here. But yeah, so there's a lot of running by some of these quarterbacks that's not necessarily having the best of success. Jackson Dart, Justin Fields, Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels are hurt.
Yep. Even Marcus Mariota got hurt. Baker Mayfield been hurt. Jordan Love been hurt. Daniel Jones hurt.
Yep.
So J.J. McCarthy hurt. Kyler Murray hurt. Tyrod Taylor hurt.
And I noticed, other than Drake May, and I think the Patriots end up calming him down. Other than Drake May, a lot of the younger quarterbacks that are coming to the NFL, they are low on this list on the rushing attempts. And I think because these teams are leaning more on the running game, teams like the Bears, teams like the Broncos, they're running the quarterbacks, but they're not running them more than the running backs like some of these other teams. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing to kind of look at too, in the fact that a lot of these teams are running the running backs. They're not, the quarterbacks ain't out there running around like that. It's Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts at this point. And the other guys that are hurt. All the other guys are hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake May, he does it, man. But I think New England is so good running the football with Stevenson and Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
They have that system. They can do that. But I think eventually that will have to be dialed back. And I think they will as he develops. But right now, he's not at the level of reading the field to where they can have this complex system. So he's got to use his legs more probably than they want to. But I do think you're right, though. I think it's going to start to go back to more traditional quarterback play. You can just kind of look at some of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just look how they look. I'm just going to say that. You do what you want with that. But you look at some of how some of these guys look, and you can kind of see the fade away of the Aboriginal quarterback. But what's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it, man. You got Lamar Jackson get ready to play a game tonight on Christmas. Doubtful to play. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't see these dudes getting injured more and more and more. Michael Penix. Ain't mentioned him. Injured.
Another one.
Kyler Murray injured. Lamar Jackson injured. Patrick Mahomes injured. You know what I'm saying? Geno Smith, pride hurt.
Yeah, injured pride. He don't even run.
He don't even run, bro.
He runs. He gets ran out of town.
Yeah, that's what he running. They run him right out of town, bro. Man, that dude there, bro. When I say looking like absolute trash, for every touchdown, man.
But here's the thing, though. Think about the guys that do stay in the pocket, like Geno Smith, like Michael Penix Jr. I mean, they can't win either. You see what I'm saying? When you thinking about the Aboriginal quarterback, you know, you looking at these type of guys. But let's not forget about, and I'm glad you brought up Penix. Let's not forget about guys like Penix, guys like Geno Smith, guys like Shedeur Sanders now.
For Sanders. Well protected. And there's Jerry Jeudy. And he's off. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That are more in the traditional mode, and look at how they going through the ringer. That's what I'm saying. The bottom line for me here, bro, is it's hard out there for a brother. Either way you slice it. That's why I'm giving y'all all these different scenarios. You know, whether it's them being hurt, you know, being in bad situations, you know, not having a so-called style of play.
Stay tuned for part 2 of the demise of the Aboriginal quarterback in the NFL.